Search engines. They exist to help you with finding websites and not having to know the exact URL address. But what if you could waste your valuable hours on YouTube and then go play Super Mario on a single machine? That doesn't count. Over the course of 25 years, there have been multiple ways to surf the web on game consoles, built-in or not. Today we'll be taking a look at a lot of them, so get ready, because these are web browsers on gaming consoles. First web browser on consoles, and the first internet thing on consoles in general, was the Sega Saturn Netlink, a peripheral for the system. This was a modem that could allow you to receive emails and browse the web at 28 kilobits per second. So it would take around 11 minutes to download Super Metroid, a 3MB game. In Japan, their counterpart was the Sega Saturn modem, which was even worse, letting you browse at 14 kilobits per second, or 28 minutes for Super Metroid. How would you even play Super Metroid in the first place? Yeah, you thought the Netlink was crazy slow. You needed to plug in the modem to the cartridge slot, which I assume is this thingamajig. Hook it to a phone line, then start. Except no, because you need the Netlink custom web browser disk. It doesn't matter if you don't want to surf the web, you need it anyways. All that for an extremely slow browser and 5 compatible games. Don't worry, everything's better in Japan. This browser gets extra points for having the Netlink City, which I assume was a hub for something. B tier. Also, yes, I'm ranking these. The next was the Sega Dreamcast Planet web browser. It's crazy how they named an entire failure after it. You needed a Dreamcast modem and an internet service provider, or ISP, and they highly recommended AT&T. Over in Japan and Europe, they were stuck with Dream Passport, or Dream Key. It looks pretty good, and it can load YouTube. Kinda. B tier. Apparently there were these demo discs in Japan that came with a bunch of GBA demos, and they seem to be running on a Gamecube web browser. I can't rate this because it's not an actual browser, but I'll put this in the G tier. Next up, the EG browser for the PS2. It literally looks like it's on par with the Dreamcast. B tier. Fifth on the list, the Nintendo DS web browser, with 2 versions for the OG DS and DS Lite. This actually came with a memory expansion that went into the GBA slot, so no Metroid Fusion for you. Can you tell I hate this game? I mean, it runs Amazon, which is actually kind of surprising, but YouTube broke. This kind of makes me want to buy a DS on a DS. C tier. The next browser is the Wii Internet Channel, originally costing money before they realized that charging $5 for this was stupid. It's bad. It doesn't run with most websites today, and it's just unintuitive. Apparently, it struggled to run websites back then. Pointing to each individual letter and clicking just isn't feasible. But for a browser released 19 years ago, it works pretty well. B tier. This is where it gets lame, since all the next browsers are pretty powerful and the internet was no longer new. It was normal. People didn't think of it as a magical gate between worlds anymore. It was just part of daily life. The next browsers are for the PS3, Xbox 360, 3DS, and the Wii U. The 3DS and Wii U get special points because the 3DS has a breakout clone, and on the Wii U, you can hide the screen on the TV behind curtains and have the Mii do stuff. I used to play Guess the Page like this. C tier. The last browser on this list is for the Switch, which is funny because it doesn't have one. It's the first Nintendo console since the DS to not have a web browser, which is one of the many ways the Wii U is better than it. Alas, don't worry, since there is a homebrew browser that can be accessed by just changing some DNS settings. It kinda sucks, but to be fair, all Switch internet stuff does as well. Fun fact, the eShop is actually a web page. Fun fact too, the Wii menu is actually a web page as well. Anyways, C tier. And that's it for console browsers. Tell me in the comments if I missed the North Sense and Lee's exclusive flop by Internet 9. And see ya for the next one.